Hello participants, welcome you to the next topic in one-day online orientation course, New Engineering Materials. Next topic of our discussion is shape memory alloys. So during our session, let us discuss some of the important properties of shape memory alloys briefly. So, what is shape memory alloys? A group of metallic alloys which shows the ability to return to their original shape or size when they are subjected to heating or cooling is called shape memory alloys. These are the unique class of materials which can remember their shape even after several deformations. We all know that when the material is subjected to an external load or stress, that will cause the deformation in the material. When these deformations are small, that is, when the load is small, on the removal of the external load, the material can return to its shape or size elastically. But in certain cases, when the load is applied beyond certain elastic limit, the deformation what it is resulted in system will not be revert back on the removal of applied load. But this class of material can return to its original shape or size when they are subjecting to heating. This is happening in the material due to the structural change which is happening in the material when they are subjected to heat. So generally the two distinct structures present in this shape memory system is called martensite, that is existing in cold state, and another one is called austenite when it is existing is at high temperatures. So when the materials are taken to low temperature to high temperature, the structural change is happening between martensite to austenite. So materials are transforming into martensite to austenite state when the material is taken from one temperature to another temperature. So here this austenite state is the responsible state for remembering their original shape or size. So whatever the shape or size we are producing in the austenite state will be revert back after the several deformations which is happening during the martensite phase will be returned once the austenite state is reinstated. So one have to understand that this kind of structural change which is happening in the atomic level is the very and unique contribution for this kind of property of the shape memory. As we discussed earlier, the two important structures or phase present in shape memory alloys are austenite and martensite. So austenite is the structure which is exist in high temperature, and martensite is the structure which exists in the low temperature. In the austenite state, microscopically it will appear like small plate-like structure, and this phase is considered to be highly symmetric structure. Example is cubic system. At the meantime, the martensite phase which is existing at the low temperature is considered to be twinned structure, and microscopically they will possess needle-like structure, and these are all low symmetry structure such as monoclinic. The appearance of these two phases are shown in the figure. Let us see the types of shape memory alloys depending on the heat procedure. There are two types of shape memory alloys. Number one is one-way shape memory alloy, another one is two-way shape memory alloys. So the materials which exhibit shape memory effect only upon heating are said to have one-way shape memory effect, and they are all called one-way shape memory alloys. In some materials exhibit shape memory effect both during heating and cooling. Hence, these materials are said to have two-way shape memory effect, and these materials are called two-way shape memory. Now let us see the important phenomena called transformations in shape memory alloys. So we all know that there are two distinct phases existing in the shape memory alloys, which is the responsible for shape memory effect. That phases are martensite and austenite. So let me remind you, the martensite is a phase, a asymmetric phase which is highly asymmetric, which is existing at the low temperatures, and austenite is a phase which is highly symmetric, which is exist at the high temperatures. When the temperature is changed or pressure is applied, there is a transformation between the phases in the particular material from martensite to austenite. So depending on the transformation and the type of inducement, this transformation of shape memory alloys will be considered in two ways. One is temperature induced transformation, another one is pressure induced transformation. In temperature induced transformation, by the changing of temperature from low temperature to high temperature, the transformation from one phase to another phase will be created. In such cases, the transformation process is represented using this diagram. So in this particular transformation, four important temperatures are very important. That is, number one is MS, number two is MF, next is AS and AF. Here MS is called the temperature at which martensite start to happen. That is, this is the temperature where the transformation of martensite begins from austenite, and MF is the temperature at which the material will be completely transferred into martensite phase. At similar way, AS is the temperature where the material started to convert into austenite from martensite state, and AF is the temperature at which material is completely converted into austenite phase. So during heating, the material will transform from martensite to austenite. At low temperatures or on cooling, the material will start to transform from austenite to martensite. So if you look at the diagram, at the temperature MF, until the temperature MF, the material is completely a martensite structure. So when the temperature is further reduced at the temperature AF, the material is started to convert into a austenite. Remind you, here the whole material will not be transformed into austenite. A part of material is started to convert into austenite, and further increase of temperature at particular temperature AF, the material will be completely convert into austenite. So in the range of temperature 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, the material will be converted into completely austenite. The similar way, you can able to see in the reverse direction as the temperature is reduced. When the temperature is started to reduce from AF, you can able to see only at the temperature MS the material will started to convert into martensite. At the temperature again MF, the material will be completely transformed into martensite. So the transformation from martensite to austenite or austenite to martensite will not happen in a single temperature. This will happen only in the range of temperature. So at this particular point of view, here the transformation from martensite to austenite is resulting from the changing temperature. So you can able to see there is a hysteresis between or lagging behind between temperature and transformation process. So you can able to see a hysteresis effect in the shape memory alloys when it is induced by temperature, and this particular transformation process is called temperature induced transformation. And this hysteresis effect what we are seeing in this shape memory alloys will be depends on the composition of alloy system, what it is actually produced the shape memory alloy. In similar way, the pressure induced transformation can also be realized. In this particular situation, here the temperature will be kept in a constant value. Let us say in the high temperature, in the high temperature the material will be in the austenite phase, completely in the austenite phase. So here we are not going to change the temperature, we are going to keep the temperature constant, but still you can able to induce the phase transformation by the application of pressure or stress. So on the application of stress, the material will results the phase transformation from austenite to martensite and martensite to austenite. So one important thing is when high straining, when at high strains, the material is completely converts into martensite. On the reduction of strain, the material will be completely transformed into austenite. In other ways, by the increase of stress to the material, you can able to produce a shape change, but on the removal of applied stress, when the strain is reducing, that a reduction in strain will resulting the transformation from martensite to austenite. Due to that, the material will able to retain the original shape or size on the removal of stress. So this kind of transformations which is induced in the shape memory alloys is called stress induced transformations. So from this diagram one can realize the transformation behavior of the shape memory alloys. So as we told, there are two distinct phases. One is austenite, another one is martensite. So at the high temperature, the martensite what it is present in the system is called twinned martensite. Let us consider the first phase at the high temperature is called austenite. It is highly symmetric and highly ordered structure. When these materials are taken to low temperature, at the low temperature the material is converting into a martensite. So this martensite is considered to be twinned martensite. So during the twinned martensite state, if I am applying a stress, that will induce us the shape change. Now this point, this structure of material is considered to be deformed martensite. Until the material is kept in the low temperature, the material will be having the phase called deformed martensite, and up to that the deformation produced in the material will be retained by the material even after the removal of stress. But when the material is taken to higher temperature, automatically whatever the deformation we are producing in the material during the martensite will be vanished due to the phase transformation from martensite to austenite. So what you have to understand that when the material in the austenite, until the load is applied, the material will be deformed. When the applied load is removed, due to their symmetric structure, the original shape will be retained. But when the material in the martensite phase, here whatever the stress, whatever the deformation we are caused by the application of stress, it will becomes permanent until even after the stress is removed. Upon heating, whatever the shape change you are produced, that will be overcome due to the phase change to austenite. So this is the fundamental process happening in the structural level in the case of shape change or in the case of shape memory alloys. So what you have to understand, in the case of austenite, it will be exist in the high temperature until the material in the high temperature which is existing in the austenite phase, whatever the deformation you are causing to the material will be overcome on the removal of stress. But once the material is taken to low temperature, the shape change you are producing in the material will be retained by the material due to their phase change until these materials in the deformed martensite phase, the deformation produced in the material will be retained. Once the material is heated, when the austenite state is reinstated, at the same time your deformation will be removed from the material, the predefined high temperature. So some of the characteristics of shape memory alloys are listed here. The first is shape memory effect. The shape memory effect is nothing but this is the material's important characters. It shows the material's ability to return to its original shape or size on heating. Next is elasticity. The material showing the elastic nature by exposing the ability to return to its original state from its deformed state. That there are two important elasticities. One is sure elasticity and super elasticity. That is, automatically these materials are capable of return to its original shape or size, and when they are returning from their deformed state, they are completely showing the elastic nature. They are 100% returning to its original shape upon deformed to certain level. So this shows the ability of superelasticity, and when the material is taken for this complete transformation process from austenite to martensite or martensite to austenite, they are lagging behind one another. So these materials are showing the shape memory effect. So these three are the three important characteristics of the shape memory alloys. Apart from this, depending on the kind of shape memory alloys we are producing by using the different elements, they are also showing some general properties, like they are all intermetallic compounds. They show you super lattice structure, and they will have metallic or ion characteristics, bonding characteristics. They have the properties of both metals. So these are all some of the examples of important shape memory alloys, like nickel titanium alloy, copper aluminum nickel alloy, copper zinc aluminum alloy, gold cadmium alloy. These are all some of the alloy systems what it is currently used for the production of effective shape memory alloys. In this class of alloys, nickel titanium alloys are found many applications in our commercial as well as technical applications. Let us see the unique properties or important properties of these nickel titanium alloys. So nickel titanium alloys has high shape memory strain. It is more flexible. It has high melting point. The transformation temperature varies between 200 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius for the production of austenite to martensite, and they will show high thermal stability. It has high corrosion resistance, and their thermal conductivity will be varied with respect to the type of phase. Let us see the applications. So these are all some class of applications which is utilizing the shape memory alloys. In aircraft and space industry, we are using sensitive components production by using this shape memory alloys. Helicopter blades are produced by using this shape memory alloys. In automobile industry, some of the important and sensitive components such as spring actuators, clutch systems, thermostats, oil pressure control units are produced by using these kind of materials. And in medical industry, well-known Dental arc wires are produced by using this shape memory alloys, and microsurgical instruments are produced by using this SMA. And this shape memory alloys also finds application in consumer products such as eyeglass frames, robotic actuators, and it is also useful in fire safety valves, coffee pots, etc. Now let us see the advantages and disadvantages of shape memory alloys. Advantages are shape memory alloys are very compact in nature, and they are safe to use, and they are very smart in their properties, and they are flexible, and they show no corrosion, so they will find application in non-corrosive areas or non-corrosive requirement areas. Disadvantages are they are all high in cost due to their element we are using to produce this effect, and their efficiency considered to be much low comparing to our expectation due to the wide range of expectation, and transformation occurs over the range of temperature. It is not happen at a single temperature, and structural arrangement may sometimes get deformed and it becomes permanent when these materials are subjected to very high stress beyond the certain limitation of value. So these are all some of the disadvantages of the shape memory alloys. Thank you.